If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. So, Shapeshifters are out, and there are a few that I believe are either going to go under the radar, or there are a few that are quite cheap and can be used in different positions to what they've come out as, or can be used in the position they were released in, but are better than people expect them to be. So the player in question today is Renato Sanchez. Now, for those who have just clicked off the video, let him go. Don't even worry yourself. You want to know what is it about Renato Sanchez that made me want to do a video? Besides the fact that I packed him. I mean, he is tradable. I could have just sold him. I've actually lost a little bit of money on him. I packed him. He was worth about 85. He's now worth about 65. So I have lost a little bit of money. But I used the Footmas card when that came out, and I enjoyed that. It's on my other account. I've still got it. It's a good card. But then when this came out, it was kind of one of those like, oh, if it's cheap enough, I will pick it up. Unfortunately, I packed it, so I didn't have to go buy it, right? So I've been playing him at left back when I was reviewing Lucas Moura. And I didn't really focus too much on him. I just sort of let him get on with it. And he's very, very good. He's very, very competent at left back. But I would urge you to try him in other places as well. We'll talk about that in a second. 4-star, 4-star, high work rate. So can work as, say, for instance, a box-to-box. Left-footed, so remember that. In terms of the stats, as you can see, we've already got the chem style on him because I wasn't planning on reviewing the card. I was kind of half thinking about it, but then the more I played with him, the more I realised I kind of need to make the video to tell people that he is actually pretty damn good. So 87 acceleration, 86 sprint speed. His finishing is worse than the Footmas card, and I think I talk about this briefly within the clips. If I could just get up the two. So the finishing or the shooting across the board for everything is worse off by 3 over the Footmas. It's better in dribbling by 1, better in defending by 3 or 4, better in physical by 4, and better in pace by 3, which makes it a pretty desirable card. However, my argument to that, and like I said, I will touch upon this in the clips, my argument to it is, why downgrade his shooting? Is it because you feel like you're essentially stealing from the Footmas card? Are you, like, making people think, well, why have I bothered doing this if they're going to release a refresh version? If that's the case, then maybe you should question why you've even released this card in the first place. Anyway, I digress. So, good shot power, good long shots, but not as good as the Footmas card. Great short passing at 89. His vision could be improved upon, and in fact, we will improve upon it. In fact, we have done with the Powerhouse, taking it up to 88. Short passing goes to 99. Very accurate, by the way. You'll see evidence of that within the review. Decent agility, very good balance, nice dribbling, ball control stats. I wouldn't worry too much about the reactions and the composure if you plan on using him as a fullback, and I wouldn't worry too much about that if you're going to use him as a CDM and potentially as a centre mid as well, because you can get away with it. If you do want to play him further forward, then you've got a bit of a screw loose. There's not really any need to. But if you do want to play him as maybe a midfielder that isn't a box-to-box, sort of like a, I don't know, 4-3-3, not so much box-to-box, then yes, you need to improve the reactions and the composure. We're not going to do that today, obviously, with the Powerhouse. There's just no need to. Defensive stats then go up to reasonably good levels. We've got 85 interceptions, then 95, 98, 84, with no need to improve on those physicals because we've got 88 jumping, 94 stamina, and 83 strength with 98 aggression. This card can quite literally be played anywhere along the back line, midfield. I wouldn't put him as a cam, obviously not going to use him as a striker, but in terms of left back, right back, 2 centre backs, and of course CDM, box to box central midfield area, you can use him anywhere there, and he is very, very capable. The further he goes forward, the worse he gets in a sense. Like if you're playing him quite high up the pitch, then obviously he's going to feel quite sluggish and not that great. But in terms of just a holding midfield player, this guy could be very, very good. In terms of the team we have him in, obviously all the game's gone now on Lucas Moura, so he's had to make way for Mo Salah, who I believe scores in one of the clips. I brought him on as a sub. But yeah, I just really like the card, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to make a video about it, and I'm going to go through all the positions you can play him, the different chem styles you might have to pick up along the way. But without any further ado, let's get into the clips. Renato Sanchez chasing down Bernardeschi, gets there, takes the ball off him, absolutely no nonsense whatsoever, and then wins a goal kick. That is what I want from him. He does like to venture forward, and he's not been getting on my nerves necessarily, but he has been venturing forward. But good to see that he's back there defending. Well, he should be offside. He's not. Renato Sanchez bears down on Bernardeschi, takes the ball from him. And again, some nice defending from Renato Sanchez. He gets the ball back, spreads the play over to Nesta, who knocks it back into Kante, and we are away again. Renato Sanchez plays it out from defence. There's Aouar. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Back toward Renato Sanchez, who's still full of running even at this stage of the game. Gets in toward the byline, dinks it over. It's going to be a goal for Dan James. That is a cheeky finish. Renato Sanchez with the assist, technically speaking, although kind of not really, because I don't think he would have been given the assist. Aouar through to Renato Sanchez. It's a good ball. Renato Sanchez down this left-hand side has been causing all sorts of problems. It's going to come back into the middle. It came a little bit too far. Lucas Tahaji, and he's missed an absolute sitter. Here's Renato Sanchez. The connection at the moment, every game is saying one bar latency. So it's taken an age to do anything. Right, ready? Pass. 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 It's just it's so slow. Here is Sanchez though on the ball. I've played my fair share of games with him already, to be fair, and I can tell you basically what's good and what's bad about him. He is very good. I think he's kind of wasted as a fullback, really. That's not where I've aimed it at all. This game feels so bad. Salah in and scores. Even in lag, I'm joking, of course. This guy obviously isn't that great. But, or maybe he's suffering from lag as well. However, we're not here to talk about lag. We're here to talk about Renato Sanchez. I would say that he's a little bit wasted as a fullback, if I'm honest. I feel like he'd be better as a CDM. Over the Footmas card, they made his finishing worse, which is a little bit naughty, if you ask me. I don't really understand the point in it. Here he goes again down the left-hand side, right-hand side. Depends which way you're looking at it, really, I suppose. He's going to have to play that inside. There goes Renato Sanchez, and away he bursts. And that's what I'm talking about. He's so much better than a fullback. Plays a great ball in to Mo Salah, who has done phenomenally well, and he just didn't react because, yep, you've guessed it, the latency. Oh, he's just blaming the latency. He's really rubbish at the game. Possibly. But, whoop. Oh, come on, game. It's so irritating. Anyway, as I was saying, Renato Sanchez is a good card. I like him. He's fun. But they've sort of done him a little bit dirty compared to the Footmas. I don't understand why, just because the Footmas was good at finishing or a little bit better than this at finishing, why do they? I don't understand why they need to bring it back and say, well, the Footmas is still better at shooting because it's a central card. Well, like fullbacks can't score goals. It doesn't really make an awful lot of sense. If you have to say, right, well, we're not going to give the Footmas card, we're not going to give the Shapeshifter card good finishing because it's not fair on those who did the Footmas card, then you've got to ask yourself, should we give him a Shapeshifter card in the first place? And there's your answer, really. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, you can use him anywhere. Now, I haven't shown you any clips that weren't left back, and I'm more than happy to go into more detail and show you more clips if you really want to. Maybe come and ask me on Twitter or something, and I'll maybe send you a little video of his sort of midfield clips, because he's going to be a card that I probably play with quite a lot because he was very, very capable. The only problem with having the position change now and me wanting to actually play him in midfield is that if I decide to switch him in game, I then have to find a player who is capable of playing left back, and that's the problem with some of these position change cards. Half the time, I don't really want the change, and I'd be happy if Renato Sanchez was actually still a midfield player. But that aside, if you are going to play him as a left back, honestly, he is brilliant. I mean, probably not the best left back in the world because he doesn't feel super, super fast, and he won't do because his agility is quite low, and he's only got sort of mid-80s acceleration and sprint speed anyway, so of course he's not going to feel lightning quick. But still, I feel like this is a very, very capable fullback for about 60k. Bang on the money with the price as well. Definitely worth 60,000 coins there or thereabouts. Maybe will come down in price again come rewards day. Of course, even squad battle rewards might bring this down. If EA decide to release some decent challenge SBCs, then it could bring it down again as well. But don't hold your breath for that. But no, all in all, this is a very, very enjoyable car with a very little downside. I wouldn't worry too much about the reactions and the composure if you're playing him at left back. You don't really need them as much. You know, just coming back and using your strength and aggression to defend the ball, and then bringing it forward and just playing a pass off. Reactions and composure are very, I don't know. They sort of you can overlook them. You know, if you want to play him in the midfield, then like I said, the further forward you get with him, that's when you start to notice that they aren't quite good enough. But CDM, left back, either way, I think the Powerhouse Chem style is probably the way forward for it as well. That will do it for today's video, though. Let me know if there's a Shapeshifter you want me to check out in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.